Hello my fellow Misfortune fans, and welcome to another episode of Iron to Diamond, this series in which I show you that Elo Hell does not exist. We are sitting in Platinum 4, and Misfortune buffs are live this patch. We got a huge buff actually. It's way bigger than you might think. We didn't kill the ward there, which is a shame. Because Misfortune has 3 very strong basic abilities. But the problem was that they all are very much mediocre at rank 1, so she didn't really have a 1-point wonder, if you want to call it like that. So every build, Emax had its drawbacks, Qmax had its drawbacks, and Wmax as well. Because E rank 1 is was very weak, and typically I didn't even put a single point into it until level 13 or something. But now E rank 1 is actually a spell. It slows by 40% up from 28 to 40 at rank 1. So this is a very useful spell, especially for builds that focus around your ultimate. Well, this is a buff to all builds, to Emax builds, to Qmax builds, and to Wmax builds. But it buffs the builds that max E last the most, obviously, because they care a lot about rank 1. So I'm going Qmax into Wmax and Emax last to make full use of the buff with a full lethality build, the typical M-deal build with Ghostblade, Dustblade, well, maybe Edge of Night second because of Nautilus. And so 2 lethality items plus Lord Doms is your core, and you don't buy boots. That's the M-deal power spike. And this is one of the builds that profits the most from this buff. We also got Mana Flow Band in our runes. It's a typical Dark Harvest page. Ooh, please don't mess this up. By the way, I'm currently in a max KDA challenge. And if you are not yet member of the Misfortune Club, then make sure you join. First link in the description. You also earn some sweet riot points on the way. And I lost my track of thoughts. It doesn't matter. Why is the scoreboard so messed up? So maybe we buy boots late game, but so as a 4th item. But I'm not sure yet. Also, I'm not sure how a Pike is going to pressure Sivir. It doesn't really look possible. Oh, I missed the minion, am I not? Right, got a nice Q here. Yeah, that auto is not doing much. I need to ward. Mumu's topside, I don't need to ward, okay. He showed on the map. Damn. My last hitting skills. The first game of the day. That's rough. I definitely want all my farm here. Sivir is so weak this patch, so I'm not really worried, by the way. We can't do much. Nautilus will hook. Sivir spell shield down. That's good for Pike. It's always good if she blocks my Q, because that means she has a 20-second window where she can get hooked. I'd much rather have her block my Q than... Oh, that was probably not worth it. Then block a Pike hook. Getting ganked. I'm rooted. Wow, I couldn't flash after Sivir because Nautilus rooted me. That's rough. It's okay though. We can make a lot of things happen in the mid game. That's for sure. Wow, that didn't kill the minion. I'm down. E-buff, baby. Not that it mattered in this situation, but it's the first time I used the buffed E, and it actually feels very nice on rank 1. As a comparison, you would need rank 3 pre-patch to reach like 44% slow. So this is pretty much like a rank 2.5 E, because rank 2 was 36%, so 40% is exactly the middle, right? It's an extremely useful spell now. Okay, I guess we can leave this frozen, right? Perfect. This is frozen. We can base. And, well, Sivir will probably crash this under tower, but we definitely need some items here. And this cannot be frozen against us. Okay, Sivir returned. I need to run back to lane as soon as possible. The tower will take a lot of damage. We'll probably lose one plating and a little bit of farm, but the kind of minion will still tank like 4 to 5 tower shots before it dies. So the wave will be intact for us to collect, hopefully. 2, 3, yeah, 4 tower shots. Ah, we still lose most of the wave. Wow, I'm getting body blocked. Okay. Good now. Wow, the tower delayed its shots, the minion dies. Hate it. So we got a nice CS advantage. Sivir lost a little bit due to the mini freeze we got. And we also have a Dirk, which has a huge spike. OQ max misfortune. Just make sure to get all the last hits, right? That was the most random Sivir auto ever. I don't really see it coming, so it was probably good of her to do it. Whenever Pyke walks away, I need to walk away from Nautilus because he might just hook me. Right, that was very greedy of him. Just make sure to not get hooked. Also need poke on Nautilus because tank supports are very scary when they are full health, but when they are like half health, they are really not doing anything. By the way, I'm still a little bit sick, so bear with me. Yeah, I can't get close. Wave is too big, Nautilus might just walk up. Now that I have ulti, we can make a lot happen if Pyke lands a good stun. Lux in the river. Sure. Not greeting for that minion. Yeah, I might get hooked if I do. They're still out CSing by a lot. Going to lose that one. Right, we are still a nice CS advantage. Yeah, Nautilus is 6, which means you can point and click interrupt my ulti. I also cannot really poke him down because of his shield. This Pyke is not doing much, by the way. He's not even threatening a hook. Right, then we let him do what he wants, huh? That was good. Getting him to like 70% health. It's a start. As long as Nautilus is full health, we cannot fight. He's too scary. Sure. So we just chill here. I might just base. I think Sivir needs some time to push this, and they go to Infernal anyway. Which means also I cannot touch the wave, because if I go here, they can just collapse on me. The 3 of them. So yeah, I'll go Ghost Bit first to not suffer as much for not taking boots. Or maybe I should have went to Infernal. Damn, that was a misplay. Very good of the Nidalee, but I should have been there. I made a macro mistake here. Still come out ahead, but yeah, I could have played this way better. Backing was a mistake, definitely. But I go split first because I don't have boots, and Edge of Night second. So I can get protection from Nautilus point and click. Right, we take 2 platings, maybe 3. Maybe even 3, yeah. Just barely. Alright. Swifties are so annoying. I'll have movement speed. Sivir did not take the bait. Ooh. Just heal so Pyke never dies here. Okay. Yeah, I was about to praise Sivir for not pressing Spell Shield there in order to have it up for hook. So my plan was to bait out her Spell Shield with my Q, and that Pyke can hook her afterwards, but she didn't take the bait. And that was very good, but then she didn't even Spell Shield the Pyke hook, so what was the point? I guess I'd take it. We take down tower here. Right, I'm super rich. Can I get Ghostblade plus components for my Edge of Night? But yeah, Edge of Night will be super huge. We could have killed Sivir there probably, but I also would like to have a good back timing. Oh, she's hard shoving. We need to catch the wave. Yeah, I'm going Edge of Night second, definitely. It really depends on the enemy team comp. If they have, like, Leona, Malphite, Nautilus, anything that has long range and can hit you for free when you are channeling ulti, you need Edge of Night for that if you play a build like this. By the way, if you enjoy learning how to play Misfortune, leave a like to the video. Really helps me a lot. And there's really no effort for you, right? So we clear this wave, push past River Rome, that's the bread and butter in the mid game. If you still have the safety of your tower, that is. Ooh, I might die here. Alright, that was not good. I thought I could do that, but if they come with 3 people, then yeah. Maybe you need to be a little bit more careful if you don't have boots. And if you don't have vision. But generally speaking, what you want to do if you still have the tower here, you want to push past river and then roam to another lane. So they need to catch the wave while you are applying pressure elsewhere. But they cannot really catch you, right? Because you're no longer visible for them on the map. Yeah, that was the most stupid dive I've seen in a long time. I mean, look at them. We're rich now, I guess. Well, I'm not, but they are. Thanks to Pyke passive. And I should have changed my trinket, that's my bad. No reason to ult here. Much rather keep it for a situation where I need it. Your autos do a lot of damage, obviously. You don't have the highest attack speed, but you have lethality plus attack damage, which is good for your auto attacks. In case you wonder. I also never get why people who play lethality Varus don't go into auto range, because all you do is stack attack damage and lethality. But they want to spam arrow and oh, give me a soul, buddy. They want to stack. They want to spam arrow and hail of arrows or whatever it's called. But their autos would actually do a lot of damage. Again, no reason to ult there. This fortune damage is absurd when you go for this build. And we already have our Edge of Night in terms of gold, so this will be a very juicy mid-game for us. As soon as we go base. But we still have our ulti off cooldown. You ideally want to base when it's on cooldown, so you don't really suffer from the downtime. The threat of your ulti is so huge. Sometimes it's even better to not use it, so they position incorrectly or they stay too far back. Oh. Screw this. Right. I almost died there, but it's okay. We live in. Yeah, they got some tankiness. Not too much armor though. I was hoping to get a crit there, but... Ooh, no, there we go. But yeah, he's quite tanky. He has some HP, a little bit of armor. Mainly HP though. I'm just sticking with Ahri. If she lands a charm, that's very good for us. Right, then I'll follow them, I guess. He still has ulti, I cannot press R. I don't have spell shield and Nautilus has ulti. Or at least I'm not sure. If I don't know it's on cooldown, I cannot risk it. But I'm getting my Edge of Night now. It's super important pickup against this this team comp. Maybe we can catch top lane. Okay, nice, she dies. Perfect. Don't even need to be here. Rotate towards mid. Maybe place a control ward behind Baron Pit, so they cannot zone us off of that. It's too early for that, though. Nice flash. You can use Edge of Night active very frequently because it's only a 35 seconds downtime, right? When you get the full duration of the shield. That's perfect. Even got the Pike assist. Right, team cleaning up here. I don't really need to do much. But yeah, we need to use our pressure. Just push mid lane. The two of them are dead, right? Wow, that was good. Let's get Edge of Night up. Sivir heal. Rank 2 ulti would have killed, by the way, but it was still level 10 when I fired it. But yeah, we got heal out of Sivir, and that's definitely a longer cooldown than my ulti. Especially considering I have... what is it called? Ultimate Hunter. Oh, damn. They actually die here. Wow. That's what I call an overstay. Whoops. Yeah, they just wipe us now. We overstayed. Or do we? Pike is actually super fed. Oh, he missed. Oh, that hurts to watch, but it's okay. It was still actually fine, considering that we made a mistake there. I can't get the component here. I might as well get another Dirk. That's the most damage I can get right now. And I really want immediate power to apply pressure in the mid game, because they are very weak right now and we are kind of fed. So as a team, not me individually. Red Nautilus Flash. Need to be careful that they don't turn on me. Infernal on the map. Yeah, let's go. I have a control ward. Oof. I don't care who gets that kill. I didn't want to attack before my spell sheet goes up, just because I'm paranoid. But yeah, I'm not used to playing no boots Misfortune, so I will make more positioning mistakes than compared to my usual build, which is W max, in case you knew. That's why I wanted the Dirk. Such massive damage. Well, Pickaxe would also be fine, but Dirk is just more lethality. Or extra lethality, rather. And the closer you can bring their armor to 0, or their effective armor, the more the damage increase is percentage-wise. So if you go lethality, you go all in on lethality. The rank 1E doing work. We take this tower here. By the way, we're not going to finish Dustblade. We want our last Whisper item. Nice. Oh, Pyke didn't get it. Did he? Yeah, he's popping off. We might be able to end here. They're still dead for 20 more seconds. And I have ulti. Yeah, look at them drop dead. And that's with 2k in the bank, right? They're going to respawn here. Can take one tower maybe. Now we need to leave. It's not possible. But we got the towers low, which is also worth quite a bit. They cannot regen to full. It's not how it works at this at the moment, because the way they are coded, they have thresholds. Like at 33 and 66%, this will regen up to 66, and the other will regen up to 33. But that's it. That's all they can get. So tower damage is still definitely very valuable. Alright, I got enough for both components. Not enough for the combination, but still it's good. So yeah, I'm sitting at 350 AD with a lot of armor penetration. Next ulti will kill them all. Doesn't really matter if it's tank or not. Stupid Phantom Dancer shield. Get out of my way with that weakness. They're going to have dewarded. Nothing we can do. Oof. We cannot clear that. Spell shield up in 25. Yeah, just going to deward here. They need to defend. Bot inhibitor is very good if you want to take Baron, because it forces them to pay attention to the supers, especially since their Nexus towers are so low. I guess we turn. Sure, no spell shield needed. Yeah, that just did a lot of damage, and there's no way they can out damage us because Sivir is not here. But yeah, they tried to interrupt our Baron or to challenge us, and that did not end up well for them. So I guess we finish right now. Right, they want to disrespect them, huh? Nah, let's end them. That's so goofy. Had we greeded for more kills, maybe we could have won the KDA challenge, but we still did fairly well and earned some coins that we can then spend on riot points later on. Join the Misfortune Club. First link in the description, and like the video, subscribe if you're new, all that kind of stuff, who cares. But we got most damage in the game, which is kind of to be expected when you play the build like this. It's MDeal's favorite build. By the way, MDeal is probably the most hardcore Misfortune lethality player that you can find. He's a challenger tier player, so definitely always worth checking his profile every now and then. And by the way, in case you wonder how this build would have continued, you go for 3 lethality items plus Lord Doms, and then what you can do, what I like to do is, I like to get a Blade of the Ruined King, simply because all this armor penetration lethality also applies to the % max health or current health damage. And also some lifesteal is nice in the late game for more flexibility. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and in case you want to see how to play W max Misfortune, click the link on your screen right there. A big thank you to all my Patreons and channel members. If you want to become a Patreon yourself, just go to patreon.com/mfdb.